Hello, you all. Highest teas. Good day. Good afternoon. Good evening. I hope all are well. Hope all are safe. Excuse the background noise in advance. But I wanted to just say really quickly what I've literally noticed from today. Well, I've noticed in the past too, but what I've noticed for sure today, because I feel like today I'm only getting buffoonery. So what I wanted to mention is you'll have reality versus the distractions, or reality versus what's really going on. And so your reality would be, okay, everything's shutting down. Inflation is through the roof. People's monies, I think they said China's money has crashed already, and I guess America's next. And then also too is rumored that China's the new owners of America. So if their own country is struggling, you already know America's on the, the next hit list when it's time to collect. So basically, with all that's going on with businesses shutting down and inflation blowing up while no one's working, literally while all the chaos and all shoot is hitting the fan, we're being fed Drake beef, Diddy beef, buffooneries with the single moms and single dads, this male and female clash, like, oh, modern men ain't shit, modern women ain't shit, or man rejects woman, woman rejects man. And I'm thinking, like, and people are literally getting 100,000, 200,000 views sit up there listening to this stuff, like literally at a time such as this. And the only reason why I mentioned it, or I wanted to say something, because when I go through my feeds, that's all I'm getting. Literally, I had to hit do not request this shit to me at least 5 times going through the scroll, and not once have I ever searched anything ignorant on YouTube. So they have no business feeding me that. Even when they will feed me stuff for divestors, they know I don't agree with that. You have no business, certain shit you have no business feeding to me. Like I said, if I look up something on politics and you send me something on Biden, then that would make sense. I have never looked up anything ignorant when it comes to the males and females fighting each other. That's something I don't give a F about. That's not my damn problem. I don't have a problem with a passport broke. That ain't my damn problem. And I don't have a problem with me coming up missing because I can't stop divesting. That's not my problem. Now, I'll probably talk about it, because if you ask me for help, then I'll probably ask you, okay, you need to stay where the grass is greener, because that is one thing that I have said when it comes to interracial dating. If you found greener grass, stay there when it's time for burial too. Then, you know what I'm saying? Because I've noticed that too. People, they'll do what they want to do, or I can't help who I love, but then when it's time to get in trouble, now you want to come back. Like your Jonathan Majors or your hell, even OJ. Did OJ come back? I don't know. But, you'll get certain ones that you'll go out there to where the grass is green, get in trouble, but then now you got to come back and call Black Lives Matter. Now I got to waste candles because you found greener grass. That's all I'm saying. Just don't come to me after you found the greener grass. That's my only issue with that. But basically, as I'm noticing all this buffoonery on my damn thread, I'm thinking, like, I don't think I've seen one thing productive on there, to the point where I was like, okay, I need to say something about this, because there's much more going on than male and these ain't honorable men and women that just don't understand why the world won't understand them. These are raggedy ass men and women fighting with each other, and people are literally sitting around entertaining it. Even the beef with the rappers, that's not real beef. It's not. They're both getting paid. I want to say Kendrick Lamar has millions and billions of views on his response. I'm sure Kendrick Lamar and who was the other one? So you have Drake, Kendrick Lamar, and I want to say maybe J. Cole. I'm sure there's other ones. They're getting paid for that. You get paid when you put out music, so if they're beefing, that's a part of their paycheck, and that's a part of their job. They're not really beefing. You see what I'm saying? Even in politics, they're not really competing against each other, because it is what it is when it comes to following suit as far as the master plan. Okay, A, B, and C. Like, okay, step 3 is to compete against each other. Step 4 is to fight, and then step 5 is for the new winner to come through. And it's like all of that's already set in stone. They're just certain little plots and tricks set up to distract you. Like I say, like while you have literally the world and everything crashing around you, and we have time to sit around talking about raggedy ass men and women, or we have time to talk about rappers beef, whether it's real or fake. We have time to talk about that as if A, we're fixing it, or as if B, we know them and we don't. The stuff that we entertain, we have nothing to do with it, get no nutritional value out of it, and you don't benefit at all. So I don't know if that's just like some type of sick distraction, like connected with a spell or something, but I'm just thinking, like, why the heck are they, to the point where I'm getting offended now? Like, not only am I blocking the video, but I'm like, I'm ready to make reports and all that too. And then don't ever send me no BS like that. Ever. I don't give a damn if it's, how to make a cake. That's not, I've never Googled that. So if I've never looked for it, it shouldn't be popping up in my feeds. And I've never looked for foolishness on YouTube. You see what I'm saying? So it shouldn't be coming to me. And then literally you flick up and that's all I see is foolishness. Like, really? I didn't even see anything on politics. You would think I would see something on politics before I see the buffoonery, but no, that's all they want me to see and look like as if I'm really going to click on it. No, if I have to clear that whole section, hey, don't recommend this shit to me, then that's what I'm gonna have. I'm gonna have all blank pages on my thread because that's not something that I click on. I don't give a damn how bored I am. If I get that damn bored, I'll go clean it up. Go clean out a fridge or something. That's another thing too. Y'all so damn bored. The main people that are bored and twisted up into BS and mess have not cleaned their fridge in years. If you get bored, I promise you, you can find yourself very productive and very busy cleaning out that damn fridge. And that's just one task. That's not to count what's under your damn bed or behind that damn couch. When was the last time you cleaned behind the ears of your couch? You see what I'm saying? But the stuff like that makes way too much damn sense. And then I've noticed too, on the road, you go to drive, people are driving, mind you, we're in traffic. People are driving like a maniac, so you're speeding, you're in a hurry for what? To get in a car accident? And I'm sure you don't have insurance, so it's like, what are you in a hurry for? Slow your dumb ass down. People, just the stuff that people do, the priorities, and then the brain deadness. I've seen so many brain dead people that just be wanting this way 1 second and brain dead the next, and I'm just like, And I'm noticing every damn thing, and I don't give a damn. I can be high out of my mind or possessed out of my mind. I'm gonna still notice the foolishness of the world. Like, what is wrong with these people? Are y'all like, you really just sit there and are you really just darting in front of traffic? There's people who are darting in front of a car. This guy did this maybe a week ago. He literally was about to walk in front of the car, and I was not gonna apply the brakes, but he stopped and was like, "Oh, go ahead." I'm thinking like, "Sir, you didn't have to tell me to go ahead. I was gonna run your dumb ass over, you know." And not because I wanted to, because if he really thought you was gonna dart in front of this vehicle, I'm gonna be slow to slam on the brakes. That was the message that I was getting. But he basically knew that he was going to dart in front of the vehicle. But before he did, he probably figured, hey, this lady doesn't seem like she... Or maybe, because that's another thing too. Maybe they can get the message from me the same way that I gave the message to that dog. And this is slightly off topic, but this was about 2 or 3 years ago when I think I was in East LA. Well, some part of LA where I was walking, and it's this little dog. Every time I walk by, it's this little chihuahua that always wants to smoke with me. And I'm thinking like, why is all these little dogs? It'll bark and then follow you down the street. So... it got to the point where I was just like, I'm not dealing with this dog today, to where I pretty much put in the message or had my telekinesis click on to where it's like, without saying anything, I was like, when this dog come by me, I'm gonna do the famous football Heisman kick on him. And I walked by the dog and he did not give me any trouble. You see what I'm saying? So I'm thinking this same guy who wanted to dart in front of the vehicle got the same kind of telekinesis message from me, that I'm not going to apply the brakes. If you call yourself, you want to pick today to be a daredevil and you step in front of this vehicle, you will be made an example out of on this road. You see, and that's what the message that I gave him. Because like I seen him coming, but it's like one of those things. If you see you're in traffic, you know you're about to dart in front of traffic. I was okay with making an example out of him. I don't think he would have been hurt. He would have been all right, but he definitely would have got the wake up call. Because I wasn't going fast enough to kill him, but definitely fast enough to hit him. Because I was just like, okay, yeah, you see me coming, I see you, and it's over to where he had to stop. So go ahead. I'm thinking like, so you don't have to tell me to go ahead. I was going to go. That's the thing. I'm glad you stopped though. But anyway, so that's pretty much what people do. They just do the stuff that they do. Like you play with fire and you, just like this guy now, literally is in the middle. Let me see if I can, I gotta show y'all this. Y'all ain't gonna believe me. I don't know if you can see in this camera. Maybe I can zoom it. Let's see. Okay, no, I can't zoom it. You probably can't even see this dude. Where's he at? Is he on that side? I can't even zoom it. But you see that guy right there? He's walking toward the... Can't see it. I can zoom the camera. Basically, he's literally in the middle of the street with a huge cart. And you know you're in the middle of the street because you sat there until the cars moved. You see what I'm saying? So until the car, when traffic going down, you want to get out the way. Like I said, people do stuff. You walk in the middle of the street, and then I don't know if they dare people to hit them, or they figure if you do hit me, I'm gonna get paid. Whatever it is, it's like, no, with me, you're not gonna get paid. You'll get paid with a bandage. But like, no, because I'm not a reckless driver. If I'm driving on the road, you might want to watch out. This is a street where vehicles are. Not for people to dart in front of traffic. I don't give a damn how many drugs you're on. It's, oh, well, I was high, or you should have seen me. No, I'm not anybody trying to hear that. Yeah, but this buffoonery that's being fed to the people where, oh, we're only allowed to be ignorant. Because like I said, I've noticed that the ignorance, that gets millions and billions of views. But if it's something where it's like, okay, guys, let's sit down and make up a plan. That's another thing, too. I don't see very many productive videos. Hey, guys, let's make a plan on how to survive, or how will we come together? How can we pick up the pieces when all hell hits the fan? And then you have to figure out, okay, where's the food, water, clothes, and where's all the good stuff and the shelter going to come from when it's taketh away? Nobody's sitting down to do that. But if I say, hey, let's sit down and roast each other, or let's sit down and have a sex party, everybody will be all down. And I'm just like, shoo. And like I said, that's why it's like I don't need to be around people like that, because there's way too many people that think like that. And I don't know if they think like that because they would rather be distracted or they would rather be twisted up in some BS than be productive. But with that mind frame, that's terrible for a time such as this. You have major businesses going out of business and filing bankruptcy. They said even McDonald's, if McDonald's is in trouble, you know you're in trouble. And McDonald's, they've been getting rich off people for almost 100 years, nearly half a century, if not a century. So it's like McDonald's has been around for a long time and they're all over the world. So it's like, if they're in trouble, if they're having financial issues, you already know the regular everyday person's not going to last long in times of chaos. So that's why I like it. With that being said, where I don't know if people feel like, oh, it won't happen to me, or I'll just wait, I'll just reach that bump when I get there. I don't know what that is, but it's important to be ahead of the game. Like if you know it's going to rain tomorrow, get your rain suit now. Don't wait until oh, it's sprinkling. Damn, you got an umbrella, or now I got to hit you across the head for your umbrella. Or now I have to steal his towel to dry my eyes, or you know what I'm saying? If you know you can see and smell something coming, prepare for it, so then therefore when it does come, you're already set in stone. But a lot of people, they see the smoke and they see what's going on, but they don't either A, don't give a damn, or B, they're not going to prepare for the moment because they know, oh, well, I'll just ask you. A lot of people got that. That's another thing too. Now with me, I'm a very generous, kind person. I would say with the end goal or the main intent to save the world, even if it's impossible. That's my intent. It's to save the world. But even me, one who would love to save the world, even I would stomp on your hand. If you reach your hand up for salvation from me, when shit hits the fan, or when all gets worse, then yes, then you will be in for a rude awakening. Because like I say, me, of all people, like I say, the one who would love to save the world will stomp the shit out of your hand when shit gets real. Because it's like, where was that same energy? Where was that same help when you had time or before the shit hits the fan? It's like, what are you doing? This is what you look at stuff right now. What are you doing before the shit hits the fan? Like I say, what are people doing now when they're telling you, hey, things are going crazy, or things are going out of business, or there might not be any food, or there might not be any more shipments tomorrow, and then they're just dicking around. Oh, everybody thinks it's a game, or we're still dicking around, or we got better things to do, or that's just, or you're just being crazy, or whatever the case may be. But then when shit hits the fan, they're going to go right to the person who they know would always have it or would always change the world. And I'm thinking like, no. Because I already made a previous video about it. I'm all for the people and all for helping people as long as there's still hope, and as long as there's still time, and then as long as there's still, I guess, reason to help people. But like I say, literally, when it changes to where it's like, okay, there's no more help to give, now it's time to panic, or now it's time for shit to hit the fan, or now it's time to purge, then no, please don't reach out to me for help. Because then that's where I'm going to flip. I'm going to flip. I flip with the environment. I'm an environmental person. I go based off my environment. I give the environment what it gives me. And if I'm getting chaos from the world, I wouldn't say that I would give it back. Unless you absolutely ask for it. Now, if you want the chaos from me, then therefore I would need a disclaimer too. Because a lot of people do claim, well, it's free game, or this just the streets. Okay, but then don't cry wolf, or don't clutch your pearls when I act a damn fool. Then if the whole world will act a fool, I'll just need a disclaimer. Then just don't clutch your pearls when I act a fool. That's my only thing. But I just noticed, like, with all the craziness going on, and then you'll have these Kevin Samuels videos, and I'm thinking, like, at a time such, even if things are normal, we'll just say things are normal, there's no craziness or chaos or war coming. Oh my goodness. The battle between the men and women, I'm just thinking that's not one of our issues. Yes, men have problems. Yes, women have problems. And at the end of the day, you both are raggedy, so it's like, that's just called get your shit together. That's not called, oh, we need to sit down and talk about each other, or how to get a good man, how to get a good woman. And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong coming together, having a partnership. That's great. But if, again, all I'm saying is if we're all raggedy, there's no sense in talking about that. That's called get your shit together. If I'm raggedy, I need to step back and get myself and get my life together. I don't need to be sitting on a podcast asking you, well, how can I find a good man? Or ask a man, oh, how can I find a good woman? Or how do I know the real from the fake? Because here's, at the end of the day, here's just something, a little bit of advice from me to you, for anybody who's going through the gender wars, or anybody who's feel like they're struggling finding a good man, or they're looking for somebody that's perfect or even imperfect. Here's the thing. At the end of the day, every person, every man and woman in this world, even child, are tainted. You're all tainted. So that means you're not going to find that perfect, that damsel in distress. I'm not saying that they don't exist, because I actually would consider myself pretty much like a damn good person. I would be literally like, whoa, you got to be too good to be true. Like, people won't even believe it. I would feel like me and maybe 10 other people might be like that. But for the most part, people, we're tainted at the end of the day, you know? Because some people say, well, you're great. Oh, I just wish you wouldn't say that. I wish you wouldn't dress like, you know, they're always going to have something. They're going to have complaints about something. Like, there's nobody that's on a strict, straight and narrow that'll be at your disposal. And like I said, if there are, there's probably only 2 and 3 of those, you know? So it's like, it's one of those things, like, you're literally expecting people to be perfect in this dirty, filthy, stankin' ass world. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, if everybody's effed up in this effed up world, so that means everyone's tainted. So it's like, you're not going to get that perfect man or that perfect woman. I mean, they might be perfect for you, but they're not going to be like literally, oh, X, Y, and Z, oh, a tie that's not wrinkled, or perfect speech, or perfect appearance. That's not, because people, they judge you based off that. What are you saying? What are you wearing? What are you doing? You know, I don't always say and do the right things, but I mean well, you see. So like, even with my delivery, people, oh, you probably shouldn't have said that, or you won't get endorsed. Well, they haven't personally told me I won't get endorsed, but I've seen videos, or I've heard people will say like, okay, well, sometimes your word will scare, it'll slam doors. But I'm thinking like, that's only if you literally are rejecting people. Like, oh, F this company, like pretty much, oh, F all y'all, I don't need anybody. Okay, then that'll make people back up. But I can't imagine people, even if you're offended, like if you're offended because I'm telling you the truth, then that's actually still something to help you. Like, no one can say from the bottom of their heart that I literally went out of my way to harm them. Like, no matter, even if they're like, oh, well, you hurt my feelings. Okay, I've hurt your feelings for the right reasons. You see what I'm saying? And it's not even intentionally hurting your feelings. Maybe it's just the naked truth. It just does. Sometimes the truth does hurt. You know, it does hurt. It does. Like, damn, you know, damn, dog, really? Damn, my breath stink? It does. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, is there a polite way to tell somebody your breath? Oh, man, your breath stink. You know, so like, I mean, is there a polite way? No. So it's like, yes, is it the truth? Yes. And at least you'll know, like, oh, you'll know to talk like this. You know, you'll know to humble yourself. Something. You know, so it's like, it's not to F and harm you. So like, I don't understand how people, I'm thinking unless you're either super sensitive or you're, nervous, you know, the type of, when the truth comes, like it burns at the top of your head. You know how people have like so say if the sun is coming out and you're a vampire, like, and it's burning you. That's kind of how some people are with the truth. It's like it's burning them, and that's why they get upset. It's not really because of the delivery, it's because you told them the truth. And it's like, how dare you tell me about myself or snap me back into reality? Because that's another thing too, what will get you in trouble, is bringing awareness to people. Because some people, they do know. I do know I'm in La La Land. I know that I ain't shit, but I don't need you to tell me that. You see what I'm saying? I want to be able to, I do whatever the F I want to do. Who does everybody say? I'm grown, I do what I want to do. And that's the problem with the world. Everybody has that attitude. I'm grown, I do what I want to do. Everybody's grown and doing what they want to do. The children are on their own. Like I say, the men and women ain't shit. Because then I don't understand what they're arguing for. They're not raggedy. I've seen some raggedy ass women, raggedy ass men coming on a show to criticize the next man or woman. I'm thinking like, first of all of y'all are raggedy as hell to be telling somebody, oh, I didn't like what you had on, or oh, I don't like that you're short or tall. I'm thinking, it's like, who are, you know, the nerve of these people. And then, like I say, at a time such as this, is that really important? What the men or women are doing? Like, is that really a priority of mine? Even if I have nothing in this world, and shit is bound to hit the fan between the next day or two. I can promise you, my issues with men or how to find a good man is nowhere on those lists. Nowhere. At a time such as this, nowhere. And again, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with having that partnership or companionship or even having the crew. But again, if I have absolutely nothing in this world, have nothing to my name, not a crumb, not a nickel or nothing, and literally the shit is bound to hit the fan tomorrow, the next day, and I have to prepare for it. Literally, the man and woman fiasco is nowhere on the list. What the hell, Drake, Diddy, and Kendrick Lamar, I can promise you I don't give a F. How to make brownies, I don't give a F about that. I like brownies, but I don't give a F about how to make no damn brownies. Who stole whose stuff or who just got exposed, I don't give a fuck about that. Especially if you're not exposing everybody. If you're gonna expose something, okay, say this whole department are sex offenders from the top to bottom, and then I might entertain that. Oh, damn, what? I didn't know you was a sex offender from the top and the bottom. Don't just bust Diddy out. Take the very top from the bottom. If we're going to expose the thieves, expose all of the thieves. The thieves from your thieves at Walmart on up to the thieves at NASA. You see what I'm saying? The American, whoever stole it, get to the bottom. Who stole America to who stole the candy bars from Walmart, or who stole my wallet while I was asleep. You're going to expose the thieves, expose them all. Then I will entertain that. And even if hip hop beef, oh, I'm going, and bring all of it out. Oh, this is the hip hop beef because they paid me to set him up, and then after they set him up, then they paid me to sing this to you, and then to feed you Not So Sexy Red and Cardi bitch. And I'll entertain that, because then that's called really exposing what's really going on. Instead of just focusing on industry beefs, let's focus on the beef with the industry and you. Because they're saying, oh, these are just celebrities fighting. Well, at least they're getting paid to fight. And guess what? And then they get paid to destroy you, and you pay them to indoctrinate you and then virtually destroy the youth. And nobody's talking about that. So that's why I was like, hey, yeah, no, that's not something that's important to me. And again, so it's like what you have on or what you said or what you're doing. I mean, unless you're saying something disrespectful. I've heard some stuff too, bro. I'm just more like, yeah, like stuff like that. I just don't entertain it. Like I say, if you're not really interested in your own survival, or if you don't really give a damn, then it's like I think you've chose your fate, you know. So it's like something, okay, but then I understand that I get the picture, and that is what it is. But like literally feeding into BS as if there's nothing else going on but BS, or that's all you want to hear, or all you want to know about are the BS and the foolishness of the world, then I'm just like, that's not something that I can entertain. Because again, like, where are the productive videos? There are productive videos out there. Like, where are the productive videos where, okay, what to look for, how to make money in your sleep? There's videos like that, how to make money in your sleep, how to stay on top of the BS, how to prepare when shit hits the fan, or the things that you would need if this had to happen, how to build a fire, stuff like that. Like, okay, yeah, I would love to hear about that. But it's like, literally just from today, I literally only got relationship videos. Oh, how to identify a man or a woman lies to them. And I'm thinking, like, I don't give a F about that. I have never I don't even think I virtually even clicked on a relationship video. Like, okay, woman looking for a good man, or woman rejects a good man. I don't even think I've clicked on any videos like that. And then if I do, that'll be the only video that I click on. And then from there, I'll say, don't recommend this shit to me again. Because again, it gives me no nutritional value. I get nothing out of it. You see what I'm saying? So like I say, if it's not productive, then it's like, I can't do it. Even if I want to be irresponsible, where I want to do something that's not productive. I get no nutritional value from the man and woman beef. Like, I don't give a F about none of that. I don't. I think my definition of unproductive is probably just laying around and eating, maybe. Okay, I'll just eat and lay around and maybe sleep all day. We'll just say that. That would be my definition of being unproductive. Not looking up trashy ass videos, or talking about the men, or how to have a hot girl summer, or ratchetness. Like, that's not my definition of being unproductive. Unproductive, okay, I just didn't do anything. I laid around today, ate junk food, and that's about it. Maybe sit and watch TV all day. That's my definition of being if I'm gonna be unproductive, I'm gonna be unproductive in my own bubble. Being unproductive is not literally entertaining the foolishness. That's one thing I've never been like I've never been, which I am very grateful and thankful for that. I've never been a participant of the foolishness. Like, I literally participate in foolishness, or I really want to know what J. Cole is gonna say to Kendrick Lamar, or I really want to know if Drake really is, I'm just like, See, stuff like that, I get no nutritional value. Like I say, I don't know them, so therefore not only do I get no nutritional value, I just get no benefits. It's like you get nothing out of it but drama, maybe entertainment, and a waste of time. But again, those same people who are focused on drama and focus on BS, or don't have their priorities together, those are going to be the ones that make it hard, or those are going to be the ones who activate riots. That's why you have riots. And they'll say, like, oh, it's because we're in a bad neighborhood. You can be in a bad neighborhood, you can be in the great neighborhood, you can be in heaven, or you could be in the middle of hell. And I can promise you, out of all those areas, they will only be great or terrible based off the people that are there. You have Disney World. You can have Disney World, and then you can have the most dangerous city, state, or area in the country. So we'll just say the most dangerous is we'll just say it's California. The most dangerous is California. The whole state of California is dangerous. So you have the whole state of California. You have the whole unit of hell, and you have the whole unit of heaven. And it all will be unfazed. And the only time chaos and recklessness comes in is when the people come in. You see what I'm saying? You have hell. Hell will have no business being on fire if there were no people to throw in there. You see what I'm saying? Hell will be just as cold and bored, and hell will be online figuring out what's going on with Kendrick Lamar and Drake, because it's like, damn, I'm bored. They ain't got no flames. Just sitting around looking to see what's going on, because there's no people around. You know what I'm saying? There's no people to burn up, because it's the people who bring forth the chaos and the drama and the riots and all that and the foolishness. Like I say, so again, you have 5 people who are productive, 10 people who are not productive. They're dicking around. The 5 people who are productive, and maybe the 5 people that are productive are scattered, because you don't have to look far and wide for somebody that's reckless or irresponsible or destructive. You don't have to look far and wide. Like literally, I can spin around, close my eyes, and I can be blind and I can find somebody that's unproductive, or they'll find me. But people that actually are productive and are prepared, they're a little harder to find. But again, like I said, you'll have people who are prepared. You have your 2 or 3 people who are prepared, and the ones who are not prepared, those are going to be the one that's ready to raise hell or raise havoc when shit hits the fan. That's how that works. You get, because their priorities are effed up. They're worried about what Kendrick Lamar and Drake is doing. They're not worried about how to survive for tomorrow or what to do when shit hits the fan. Because what they're going to do when shit hits the fan, they're going to panic and take what they can from you. And then it's going to be an ongoing cycle. Hit you across the head for your shoes. Somebody going across, hit them across the head for their basket. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be the people. It's the people. You see that? So you got the people going crazy, hitting each other across the head for the things that they need, versus just making a plan and getting your own stash together for the stuff that you need, so you don't have to hit somebody across the head for theirs. You know what I'm saying? I didn't prepare, but now I got to hit you across the head. Because even some guy even said that. He was saying, if it comes a time to where he can't feed his family, he was pretty much saying, he was like, well, I would just feel obligated. He's like, I will feel obligated to pretty much rob you, or I'm going to come after you, because that's how badly he wants to take care. And there's nothing wrong with taking your family. Please take care of your family. That's what it's all about. But how is it that because you need to take care of your family, you got to hit me across the head for the things that I have or that I've earned, because your baby need a new pair of shoes? You understand? So that's basically, that's called a toxic pattern and a toxic rotation. Because again, I don't have diapers. Now I hit you across the head. Now you don't have a bag, and you probably don't even have your mind or even soul anymore. I hit you across the head for your bag, and now don't nobody have nothing. You see what I'm saying? So instead of saying, oh, how can we make sure that we all have something, we're all gonna put in this pot so that therefore we all can eat, versus we all don't have nothing, but when I do need something, I'm gonna take what you have, even if it's nothing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's why it's important to not be around people, because people they don't have priorities. Priorities are not together. Like again, they rather worried about what's going on with Diddy and Drake versus about what's going on with them. What's going on with you for tomorrow? Would you be able to last 10 seconds with no lights? And no, mug gonna be in a time of a thunder. We'll just say it's a bad thunderstorm. It's a thunderstorm where it blows the lights, rain and water and trees everywhere. People are gonna use that to loot. They're gonna use that to attack, use that to rob people. You see what I'm saying? Use that to rob a bank. Like I said, the bigger the tragedy that's going to be, the more chaos. You see what I'm saying? Oh, the lights are out, or a building just collapsed, or there was just an earthquake. That not only is that building going to get robbed, you're going to get robbed. It's going to be crazy. So I'm thinking that's the best way to stress. Get away from people, because you can guarantee for the most part, people they're not prepared, and not because they can't prepare or they don't have the time or the resources to prepare. It's like they don't plan on preparing, because the part that preparing and doing the right thing and having your stuff together, or to even have a plan, that's not a priority. What is Drake doing, and what did he say about Kendrick Lamar telling him that he can't rap? You know what I'm saying? That's what people are focused on. They're focused on anything that does not give you any nutritional value, but anything that can help you, it's like, well, tomorrow. That'll get put on the back burner. You see what I'm saying? But again, when shit hits the fan, when it's time to survive, okay, then that's when I go to hit you across the head. And that's literally, this is another thing too. This is why, the number one reason too, why you should stay away from people, especially people who don't want to prepare. Because literally, and I say that, okay, they don't prepare because that's not a priority, but I say they do prepare. They prepare because, okay, I prioritize the Drake drama, but in the back of my head, I really do believe when shit hits the fan, I'm going to get it from you, even if I have to rob you, or even have to be like, I'll just stay with you, or I'll just do, or if I don't have it, I'll just ask Willie for $2. There's people like that's literally plan A and B. Plan A is use what they have. Plan B is use what you have. The easy way or the hard way. You see what I'm saying? So, and but I'm thinking preparing and priorities is just not maybe it's not a topic, or maybe it's not important until it's too late. I guess I'll merge that in there too before I shut up. I'll put this part in there. So there's been at least 3 scenarios. There've been more, but it's just been 3 scenarios that have stuck with me to where it's like I almost get like red hot angry when I think about it. But literally 3 scenarios where I pretty much, you know, say for their own benefit, okay, don't do that. Be careful how you move, or basically the message was don't do that, you know, because it'll come with consequences, or don't do that. It don't look good from what I can see. And of course, they don't listen to anything that I have to say, or they don't take heed to anything that I have to say until it's too late. And then they would need my assistance. You know, you would need me to either bail you out of jail, or to put money on your books, or, you know, pretty much to comfort you when you're pretty much now you're in pain. But it's like one of those things where it's like I literally say don't do this, or get out. Basically I will put in the warning or the take heed, like, oh, don't do that, don't go there, or get out of there, or hey, watch out. And they don't listen to me until it's too late. And I'm thinking that's how people move. Don't listen. They don't take heed to the warnings until it's too late, but then they want to go to the Savior for salvation. That's why I say you got a better chance of me flipping on you when shit hits the fan versus me flipping on you now. Like right now, you probably get whatever you want. Oh, hi, oh, you want prayer? Oh, dinner prayer. Hey, yeah, bow your head, you know. But then when shit hits the fan, oh, would you happen to have $2, or do you have an extra raincoat? And then you literally lift your hand up for me to help. I'm stomping the shit out of your hand. That's and you ain't gonna know what? Yes, that's me. Cause I'm thinking like, again, what were you doing before shit hits the fan? And I was dicking around. The shit wasn't serious because you figured like I'm gonna just ask you. Okay, well I hope you asked for a busted arm too, or yeah, hope you asked to get your hand stumped on too. And I'm gonna have on spiritual high heels. So yeah, you you can do the math on how I'm be stomping on hands and laughing, but very serious. But I'm just thinking like, what? Mugs don't want to take heed to the message. You don't want to listen, but then when shit hits the fan, then you want me to help you out, or you want me to kiss your butt? Oh yes, we about to have about to be a field day. Yeah, I will be stumping shit. Oh, go lift your hands. Oh, can you help? Yeah, move your hand this way so I can have a better way of stomping on it, so you can get the full impact when I stomp on your hand. Anyway, let me shut up. Okay, so I think that's it. Like pretty much just being fed. I don't know. Just watch the distractions too. That's another thing too that I've noticed. If you're being fed back-to-back distractions, that means there's much more going on. And that's why with me, I got the red flag when I got all these videos that I'm thinking like, this isn't productive, or this ain't something I would click on, and they know that. Because like, why the hell am I reporting the same type of video? Don't send me no shit like this. And I'm thinking that's because there's much more going on. They want me to sit here and worry about how to get a good man, or how to get on Kevin Samuel's show, when you got, what did they say? I think it was in Arizona. There's another bridge. I don't know if it was in Arizona or somewhere out west. I don't remember where it was, but another bridge blew up. So there's another bridge that hit the ground, and that's probably why they want to feed me on relationship advice, so I won't report on that bridge that just came down again. You know, you got bridges coming down, you got food flying out the window. Yeah, it's just a lot going on. Yeah. Oh yeah, cars. I mean, that's not new too, though. The Tesla. I guess they got Teslas driving into buildings and driving into people, which that's bound to happen too, because you do have these self-driving vehicles, and it's like, I mean, it's a robot. And if you really think that robot is going to not malfunction, that's another thing too. That if it can malfunction, hell, there's phones that hello, it won't, or it just called you by accident. And this is a phone, this is the car that's supposed to be self-driving, and you don't think that it's going to malfunction. Oh, I accidentally ran you over. Oh, let me call Boston Dynamics and see see if they can recalibrate it. Like, no, things are programmed, and that means it's set to do things a certain way. You know, those are smart devices. They're not as foolish as they appear, and is that really a malfunction? And if it is, leave room for malfunction. You have a self-driving vehicle, don't be surprised if it drives you to hell. So you can't trust this stuff. People think this stuff is, it's as cute as a robot. And that robot is brought here to destroy your ass. They said there was a flame. All right, I guess this will be the last one before I shut up. There was a dog, like one of those robotic dogs, so like this. The one you say, cool, it's a cool dog. But they come with flamethrowers. So like, what is a dog doing? A robotic dog doing with flamethrower? Like, really? So you throwing flamethrowers? And this is supposed to be either a self-defense dog, like this is like literally my home dog, my dog that's at home. So you're throwing flamethrowers around the house. Let's say somebody come in the house, you burn the whole house down because an intruder came. So the dog doesn't bite, it throws flamethrowers at people. So y'all keep that in mind. And welcome to the future. Welcome to reality, and buckle up. Anyway, people be safe.